Us anyways that this was organized, prepared, staged, and being staged from the plan was made a long time ago. They cannot prepare such a double operation just in the aftermath of the arrest of Abdeslam. It's not a revenge operation. This was prepared from a long time. Maybe the arrest of Abdeslam accelerated things, made them go faster, which doesn't mean, by the way, that everybody knew everybody among these cells. It could have been, they could operate this way. They could have a cell with Abdeslam in it, and another cell, and another cell, and those people don't know each other, for example. Even if the person who made or manufactured the explosive belts is the same person.
Is
he
that
doesn't
deliberate
know.
to make it harder to track them down?
Of course, because we should start to apprehend this threat as it is. Those are not crazy people. Those are people very determined, and they are acting upon a plan. And this is how they should be treated and apprehended and even studied. So this is nothing. This is not something random, and they are proving it day by day. They proved it here in Paris in November, and they proved it today in Brussels. This cannot happen overnight. They prepared this. It might get accelerated by the arrest of Islam, and or not. We don't know. We don't know yet. But we should measure this as we should.
The Prime Minister said that it's not. There's no information on whether there's any link with the arrest of Saleh Abdeslam. He also said that what the country feared has happened. Why is it the terrorists would target Brussels?
Actually, they target Brussels because, on one hand, it's the European capital, and on the other hand, because it's their way of saying that they are avenging people on war theaters like Syria, Iraq, Libya, and Yemen, and elsewhere, because Belgium is part of the coalition. Belgium has planes flying with the planes of the coalition over Iraq and bombing. So this is their way to say, we are avenging the people in our land, as they say, and on the other hand, they are giving a message to the European population saying that the war which is waged in Syria and Iraq won't be limited to Syria and Iraq anymore. It will be exported by them to European countries, to Paris, and to Brussels. So there's a double message in this, and this should be also taken into consideration, knowing that they are hitting European countries with European citizens, which is also new. The crews that hit Paris were all European. They bought their arms in Belgium. The person who made the bombs is a Belgian national. So the crew is homemade. And this is also new. And this is the second time it happens in Europe, because they want to say that they are capable to export this war with European nationals into the heart of Europe, and that hitting them in Syria and Iraq won't be without consequences.
Are we likely to see more attacks? The more they lose territory in Syria and Iraq, the more they might target Europe? I
don't think so. Those two modus operandis aren't linked at all for me. Remember, when they downed the Russian plane over the Sinai in Egypt, they were losing ground in Syria, and everybody was saying the Islamic State is losing. Because what's happening on the ground, like paramilitary operations and military operations, doesn't have an impact on their capability of hitting inside Europe with European nationals. If we go today and we hit Raqqa or Mosul and we destroy both towns, is it going to change anything for jihadis who are present already on European soil? No, because one more time, it's homemade. The crews are homemade, the arms were bought here, the explosives were made here. So, and we know, for example, like Al-Qaeda used to broadcast since 10 years, they are broadcasting how to make a bomb. The Tanay brothers who made the attacks in Boston made their bomb in their kitchen. So it's not relevant today. We should look at this in a new way, in another way. It's not by waging war overseas that the terrorist threat will be diminished here in Europe, because the ones who are conducting those operations are European.